4 coons in 4 days in that trap. I guess you can say it's in the right spot. We'll get him taken care of and get on down the line. Here at the old trailer, abandoned trailer. You see where they're going in. We caught another one.
Well, we're here. We got another possum. Don't know what's going on today, but we seem to be cleaning possums up. Nothing else. So kind of a slower day. Got a lot of traps yet to check, but this is a pretty good sized possum here, and I don't know what to say. We got a lot of empty traps and going through marshmallows pretty quick, but still having fun. It's a great day. The weather's awesome, and you know, got a lot of trap to check still. Got our first coyote of the year. We actually got a double. There's another one about 100 yards that way. Haven't got down to him yet, but we got him deep in a bridger number 2, and dirt hole set here on this lane coming in. We put the trap on this side because on prevailing wind, if they're traveling either this lane or the lane that the camera's on, that scent should blow and hit him in the nose. So we're going to get him taken care of, and we'll make a reset, and we'll show you what the reset looks like. And now that we've got good, we got a good eye, visual attractant here now at the catch circle, and I think I'm going to set another trap right here as well now, because usually when I catch one, with all the scent that the coyote lays down, and knowing that we got a double right here, it's worth throwing a double in at this end. And I've got another double down over the hill that we haven't checked yet, but pretty excited to get the first dog of the year. We're here on our second coyote of the morning. This is a pretty good dog. This is a little bigger than the last dog we caught, and you know, we're, I don't know, maybe 100 yards from the last set, so probably a traveling pair. This is a classic location for us of a farm lane that's grass, separating 2 different kinds of crop fields. So these coyotes use this as a path to travel. We know that. They like to hunt these. There's a waterway right here to my other side. They love to hunt that kind of stuff. There's plenty of small game, things like that. But we got him in another bridger number 2. This spot's not really good for a double set, so we'll probably just reset the single. And on this one we use Vixen Elixir as our lure from Hoosier Trapper Supply, bridger number 2, and then some bait that I'm experimenting with here this year. So pretty happy to get a double. It's our 3rd check day on them. Usually the first 2 check days there's a little too much human scent there, whatever. And just pretty excited that we got a couple dogs so far this morning. So we'll take care of him. I'll show you the remake. Alright, so we're at where we caught the coyote this morning is maybe 50 yards that way, and then the other one's probably 100 yards past that. So I popped another set in here. I've got a double down here on this mound in a drainage ditch, and it's always produced. But right here we popped another set in. Bridger number 2 is the trap. We use Berkshire disposable stakes. We use the auger to auger our holes out a whole lot faster. We're using our homemade bait that we're experimenting with a lot this year. This one, all of our bait, you know, we base a lot of it off of beaver meat, and so our bait's there. We've got 5 different recipes that we're playing with right now, and this is number 4. We're using Vixen Elixir here off to the side on a little corn cob. for our lure. And then I like to mix sometimes, especially for the season we're in right now. I like to mix peat moss and cover holes, kind of make my cover holes go a little further. I use mostly peat moss as it gets colder, just for obvious reasons, the freeze and thawing kind of thing. But got the trap bedded nicely, got our bait in. We used a little bit of sheep's wool in the hole just for a visual. When that coyote looks in, we want him to see something in there. And that's really about it. As we walk away from this set, we'll put just a little bit of either fox urine or coyote urine, whichever we're using for the day. And that's basically it. I mean, I sprinkle some grass on top just to make it kind of look natural. We use this tuft of grass here for a backer. You don't always have to bring like a log or anything in as a backer. You can use whatever you've got there naturally too. I'm always kind of the impression that coyotes don't like a large backer. They kind of shy away from that a little bit, I think. So I like to keep mine, that grass right there is perfect height. He can't come in from the back. He has to come in and step in my pan. So we're going to get down here, get to working on the remakes on those coyotes we caught this morning, and we'll just kind of briefly show you those. Okay, here's the remake. Sometimes they don't leave you with a whole lot of options, for your hole and everything like that, so you just kind of got to work with what they've left you. But he left plenty of urine, plenty of scat, and that should be another productive set. First dog of the day, really pretty blonde coyote. The two we caught yesterday had a lot of black in them. This dog's just pretty red and white, and pretty stoked. First dog at this location, and I know Sissy will be happy. But we caught him using our homemade bait that we're working on formulating the recipes on, and used a little bit of Vixen Elixir from Charlie Mashak, Hoosier Trapper Supply. Bridger number 2, we've got him deep in that Bridger number 2. Those have been kind of my classic go-to. I mean, I like the MB 550 and the MB 650. There's nothing wrong with the Duke 550 Offset Pro. But this has been my classic set, go-to trap, the Bridger number 2 offset. And I use a JC Connor shock spring on it. And that's one thing I've noticed, a whole lot less pull out with the JC Connor shock spring on there, because it doesn't allow them to get that hard running start and then bounce out. There's a little bit of give to it. So also makes the dogs feel a little more comfortable, with the offset jaws. That's one thing we took a lot of flack for last year, was we're just barbaric trappers and everything, whatever. But once we get here, we're literally talking here for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna take care of the coyote, go ahead and take care of him. And he's in an offset jaw trap, so I know he's not getting pinched off. He's just held there. So alright, so we're going to take care of this dog, and we've got about probably, 60 to 70% of the line left to check, so take care of it and move on. Got warm last night, and it was warm yesterday. We had a warm front come through, so kind of expected that the raccoons got up and ran last night. Got him in a dog-proof set here. One thing that kind of amazes me, just here on location, we're on a field edge it's picked corn. Behind us is a creek, smaller creek, feeder creek into the river. It amazes me the color variation on the raccoons that we're catching here out at the field edge versus the coons that we're catching on the actual larger river. The river raccoons seem to be a lot darker, darker face especially, and we've got some really pretty blonde coons out here on the field edge. So we're going to get him taken care of, and hopefully we've got plenty more fur today to show you. Location on this, we're at the edge of like a grass set aside kind of spot here. There's some good briar patches and stuff like that in here behind the camera that the foxes, coyotes, predators are going to try to hunt that small game. And then back behind us you can see a picked crop field. We're right at the edge of the grass in the picked crop field, so really like this location, and we're going to go ahead and get it reset now, and hopefully we'll have some more. Well, we're pulling traps today here on this property, and by myself right now, waiting on Scotty. He's deer hunting right now, and we got this. It's kind of a smaller beaver. I'm self-filming clearly, but we kind of found a crossover here. We thought we might catch an otter in. We've actually caught 2 beavers in it, so gonna get him taken care of. He's kind of smaller, but you know, we're always happy to catch one on the river like this. Nothing like it. Well, we lucked out. We got our part-time deer hunting crew back here to help film.
I don't know how good a deer hunting crew we are.
It's just a little guy, you know, but that's all right. We're still 1 for 1 on our beaver sets this morning, so we're pulling traps and hopefully gonna go find a deer here in a few minutes. Well, our deer hunting crew's got one down, so let's go get it.
I figured he was going to get ready to die right there, because he took off running and he stopped. I mean, I could tell he was hurt.
I got blood right here. Yep. He's laying right here.
Is it? Ground shrinking too. Look at that. Woo! There's orange how he done it for. Yeah, he's got a little shrinkage, boys, but you know what? Second day of season, the last day of season, I'm happy as a lark.
Should be, man.
Woo! Hey! That's all right.
There's so much not to get it in bed. I know I'll try that.
Oh, bub.
Get it, get it, get it.
Down. Stand down.
I hope I got that. I think I was looking. I may have got it.
Get up there with his mother.
Flip the wheel. Well, that was fun, but let's get back on the line.
We've caught 3 coons in this bed.
Well, I've looked down here for the last couple days and thought, boy, that'd be a good place to set a coon set.
Well, we're here today pulling the traps on the trap line. We're gonna relocate spots. We've caught quite a few critters here off this stretch. We got a piece off this property that we still can't trap. Just because deer season's in and we don't want to screw that up. We kind of just give up on it. Brian killed a good deer and I struggled this year, but he thinks that's funny. He's smiling right now. But we're gonna get this one taken care of and pull the rest of our traps and move on down the line. Pretty good size coon. When he squared up. Well, we're here, caught another coon. Just a little short distance here. These 2 traps produce pretty well. I think we caught 5 or 6 right here. And we, like I said, we're not catching them all. There's a lot of coons left in here. We're just trying to help thin the herd a little bit so they're healthy. The coons look pretty good. They're pretty fat. Of course, they've ate a lot of the farmer's corn out there too. He's complained about that quite a bit, but we're going to take care of this guy and get to pulling the rest of the traps.
We're on our pull day. Got another. I tell you, there's something about the. I don't know if it's the mud that gets in the fur or what, but they're just beautiful when they're like that. But this is how many coons for the day, Scooter?
3.
It's 3 for the day, which, you know, yesterday we didn't catch a critter, and the day before we didn't catch a critter. We're at 3 coons and a beaver today, so pretty happy, but we're trying to get this done quick so we can get up. We're going to do a little dove hunting, then we're going to go set another property. So we'll take care of him. We'll see. We've just got a few left to check. Well, we caught a nice big beaver this morning. Caught him in Castor Mountain set. He's probably the best one we've caught so far. We're having a little bit of camera difficulties this morning with the snow and everything, but Scotty, that dove flew right at us.
Did it?
Yeah. We're seriously thinking about dove hunting. But he's I'd say he's probably close to 60 pounds. Just a nice, big, healthy beaver. I can smell the castor on him, so I think we're going to get some good castor out of him. But otherwise, kind of a poor day on the fur line, really. But we're always happy when we catch a beaver, and it's part of trapping. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Heat Seeker Outdoors. Hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, you know, we're having a good time on the trap line. That's what it's all about, really. Just an update for us for this year. Temperatures have been frigid. We've had a ice storm come through recently that dumped about 6 or 8 inches of snow on top of it after that. We've had ice on all the creeks, the ponds, everything, the river edges. So we've really struggled here with the ice recently. And then right now the only thing that we have in is our coyote season and our beaver season. So we're really going after it. We're trying hard. Scott had shoulder surgery. I busted up my hand, and I'm working on a remodel here on the house I bought this year. So no excuses. we're moving forward, but I just wanted to give you an update on where we're at for next year's episodes and what's to come. But really appreciate all your support, and thanks for watching.